Hello, we're Barron Creek Band, here at WBOC's historic Studio D. You're watching Delmarva Life.
These guys are in unison even when they say hi. That's incredible. Can't wait to hear it. It's pretty much impossible to talk clearly underwater, right? Let alone understand what somebody's trying to say when they are completely submerged.
That is, unless you have a talking scuba mask. And there's one here on Delmarva at the Delmarva Discovery Center in Pocomoke City. And as Brian Spira shows us, this mask is being used as a tool to teach children and give them an experience that's memorable, to say the least.
Inside this 6,000-gallon tank at the Delmarva Discovery Center, you'll find striped and largemouth bass, long-nosed gar, and Sarah Rubin. Yes, that is a person in there.
A lot of people call me the resident mermaid, so they feel like they're part of this magical moment and they can actually communicate and feel what I'm experiencing.
Sarah is an aquarist and wildlife educator at the Delmarva Discovery Center, and part of her job involves getting in this aquarium, which is modeled after the Pocomoke River.
So in the tank we have native species that can actually be found if you were to go fishing. So this is to give people a perspective of what's going on underneath the water's surface.
The aquarium was delivered in 2009.
It takes a while to install it, to cure the tank, and then also to get it biologically ready. There's a period in time where we need to establish a good colony of bacteria, and that does take a period of time before we can actually introduce species. So it wasn't until 2010 that we actually opened the tank to the public.
How many of you have ever been here before?
When it comes to getting inside this tank, Sarah gets to do something that you won't find anywhere else on Delmarva. She can communicate with those on the other side of the glass by using this talking scuba mask, which was donated to the Discovery Center. Just take a listen.
It actually uses kind of like sonic frequencies to translate the signal. So when I'm in the scuba tank, I push a little microphone and I can speak, and my sound travels and out to a speaker so the audience can hear me, and then they can actually radio me back and respond to what I'm doing in the tank, or they can ask me questions.
But before that happens, Sarah has to suit up and get ready to take the plunge into the chilly water, which sits right around 65 degrees.
I have to assemble many parts. As you see, I'm wearing a wetsuit. I'm actually wearing my thinner one, but sometimes I wear a pretty thick one because it's so cold in there. With just the wetsuit, I float. So I have to add on a weight belt, and that weight belt is about 25 pounds. So it's heavy, and it sinks me down to the bottom. I also have booties to protect my feet, and then I have to put on the mask, and I have a special mask, and then we have to latch it on my face and make sure all the connections are right before I can actually make the first step into the water.
And in she goes, a sight that's fascinating to the children who are peering into the tank, getting the ultimate lesson in life under the water. Using a microphone, these kids can ask Sarah just about anything.
I want to know what kind of fish are in the tank. What is it like to be in the tank?
And she can give them the answers they're looking for.
It's very cold.
These kids can even watch Sarah get hands-on with the animals, like Scorchy the turtle. He's been on Delmarva Life before, and while he doesn't live in this tank, they let him go in from time to time for exercise. Sarah is a certified scuba diver and says there are safety protocols the staff follows when she's in the water. And after all is said and done, Sarah climbs on out and resumes life on land.
There's nothing like being able to be in the water because it's completely silent, and it's, being able to breathe in this unknown environment and seeing these animals around you, and they're curious and they'll come right up to you. And then being able to see the public is just magical, and you get to see these kids with these huge giant smiles on their face, and they're just so excited. And I have little girls who come up and tell me they want to be like me, and that's the biggest compliment in the world, is that I can influence somebody's life.
I want to do that. The talking scuba mask is also used during birthday parties and special events like the Fantastic Festival, which is set to take place this weekend at the Delmarva Discovery Center. It will also be used throughout the summer.
That's pretty cool.
That is a neat job.
That is extremely cool.
I'm going to check that out. Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, many snacks can pump your child with more calories, fat, and sugar than he or she needs, and certain summer favorites are worse than others. We're in the kitchen next with some healthy summer snacks for the kids at home or on the go.
There you go. And from Styx to Journey, you name it, they play it. Barren Creek Band takes Delmarva Life stage a little bit later on. Delmarva Life will be right back.